Alright, so now we're finding ourselves in a situation that's actually one of the classic reasons for a precautionary landing. We have continued VFR flight into marginal weather. Actually, it's IMC now. Visibility is less than 3 kilometers. We have low ceilings. So actually, it shouldn't have come that far. We should have turned around much earlier. Well, but we didn't, so here we are. We are trapped. It's the same weather in any direction, so there's no way out now. And for a VFR pilot without an IFR rating, it's much safer normally now to find a suitable field and land there. Because continuing into IMC, the danger of losing control will be very real. We have one advantage over an emergency engine out landing, that is the engine is still running. So we have all the time in the world, at least as long as we have fuel and the weather is not getting even worse, to pick our landing spot, check it for obstacles, and then do our landing. I can see quite a long, nice field without any obstacles down there. Seems to be a bit uphill to the left. Reducing my power to take a closer look at it. I'm switching on the carb heat because conditions are conducive to carb icing. The mixture is already rich, okay. So let's take a look at that field. Find a field where you can land into the wind, where the surface is suitable, and where no obstacles are present. This is actually looking not that bad. I'm going to land in the other direction because the wind is coming from my right now. Okay, so what I'll do now is I fly a short pattern and then I do a low approach to check the field for obstacles from a lower altitude. Now during the descent in this bad visibility, always check for obstacles, especially power lines, telephone lines and so on, because they're very hard, if not impossible to see from higher up. You can only look for the masts because you will be able to see them. In the meanwhile, make sure that the cabin is secure, that all baggage is secure. Ask your passengers to fasten their seatbelts, so check that if their seatbelts are fastened. Fasten your own seatbelt. Just get the cabin ready and secure. Alright? Don't fly too far away from the field because if that visibility is so bad you might lose the field. It's over there. Speed checked. I'm extending my flaps to 10 degrees so I can do a safe low approach. Constantly scanning for obstacles, but actually I can't see any. That's pretty good. Okay, there's my field. I'm just doing a low approach now. I can't see any obstacles, no masts of any power lines or something. No, nothing to be seen, so that's good. Field is into the wind. It's not extremely long, but it should be long enough if you do a precise spot landing. It's very wide. Surface looks suitable, looks like it's just pretty short grass. Alright, so go around, power, carb heat off. You can leave the flaps 10 for now. Just climb to some, well, low pattern altitude because we have such a low ceiling. Okay, the speed is checked, flaps up. Not going much higher, otherwise I will be in clouds. And I don't fly too far away from my field. Yep, it's over there, so not fly rather close downwind. Okay, so we're in downwind now, looking good. Now for the descent checks, mixture is rich. I'll switch on the carb heat right away so I don't forget. Flaps are to go. Here's my field, getting a bit very close. Didn't pay attention to my track. Alright, I'm coming abeam, so speed is checked. Flaps 10. Starting a slow descent. Okay, we're on base. Checking our altitude again. Okay, we can actually continue right on to final. It's not much wind, so we can fly an approach speed of 60 knots. Here's our field. Speed is checked, flaps 20 and 30. Try to touch down as slow as possible. Landing checks. Flaps are full, mixture rich, carb heat is on. Safety belts and harnesses are secured. Try to touch down as slow as possible. And then come to a stop. Okay, now remember, during a precautionary landing, your engine is still running, so if something doesn't look right, just go around and try again. Alright, this concludes the lesson about precautionary landings. See you in the next lesson.